So in today's video, I wanted to talk about how you can start building your blues vocabulary and how to actually take the licks that you're learning or stealing from some of your favorite players and work them into your own playing so that they're actually something that you can access. Because a lot of my students struggle in converting kind of the licks that they've learned, like, maybe you check out a video that's like 5 hot blues licks or whatever it may be, and then when it actually comes time to use them in their playing, they really struggle to get them out. And so the problem with this that I think happens is it's kind of like if you learned a word in a different language, you might be able to pick out that word, but does it mean that you can speak it in a fluent sentence? Many cases not. I actually had to learn French as an adult, and I was amazed at how difficult it was to convert these things into fluent speaking. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at a blues lick and how we can take it and apply it to all of the chords contained within a 12-bar blues so that you can take some ownership of these licks and put them into your playing. So, first of all, we're going to be dealing with a 12-bar blues in the key of E. So, I have a loop recorded here for demonstration purposes. But as we go through this lick, we're going to learn the lick and then we're going to apply it to every single chord. So the lick that we're going to look at today sounds like this. So what that was, I slid from the 5th fret to the 6th fret of my D string. I played the 9th fret of the D string. Then I played the 6th fret of my G string, the 7th fret of my G string, then I went 9, 6 on the D string, and then 9, 9 on the G string. So nice and slow, I'll just play it for you a couple times. Feel free to try and play along. So we would get again. I'm throwing a little slide into that 9th fret sometimes, which is a good sound. So in order to move this lick to our other chords in the blues, what we need to do is we need to figure out kind of the vocabulary that's being used in this lick in terms of intervals. So this opening phrase is a flat 3 sliding to the major third and then climbing to the 5th of the chord. Or if I were to talk in notes, that would be G goes to G sharp goes to B. Then it goes 6, flat 7, 5, major third, root, root. Or G, G sharp, B, C sharp, D, B, G sharp, E, E. So 3, flat 3 to major 3, 5, 6, 7, 5, 3, 1, 1. And now that I kind of understand the context of this lick, I can move it to my 4 chord. And the 4 chord in a E blues is going to be A. So when I get to that A chord, I now need to slide from C into C sharp. And the nice thing about this lick that I've chosen today is that it has the exact same fingering. So here, if I go to my 3rd to 4th fret of the A string, sorry, my brain was lagging out there. It's the exact same fingering. So in that, as we kind of go through this, there's my A, and then the other chord I need to find in a blues is a B7 chord. And the B7 chord is going to be the same thing, but 2 frets up. So to recap, we have the lick that we're going to play over our E chord, where we get, then we're going to get over the A, and then over the B. So now here's where this gets interesting, is now that we know kind of like our word or our phrase, we want to actually just apply it to every single chord of a blues. So once you've figured out where you need to play each of those, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this in the context of a blues, where I'm just going to play this over every single chord. Because the trick here and what we're trying to do is we're trying to build our ownership of this lick by playing it over all of these different chords, and it's also giving us practice actually applying this to what we're trying to play. So if I click play on my little backing track loop here, I played a different lick there, but now it's going to go to A, back to E, then B, start there. So in that situation, I should have thought of this before I started filming the video, but we aren't all perfect. When you slide to that B, because this phrase takes up 2 bars, when it goes to that 5, 4, back to 1, I have to cut the lick short, so it would be So, now that we've got all that sorted out, I'm going to try that again. Feel free to try and play along with me and kind of mirror these licks. So if we go 2, 3, 4. Again. Now down to A. Back to E. Here's B. A. And now that we've kind of run that through, we're going to have a much better sense of how to actually use and apply this lick in a real musical situation. So if I was doing the same thing and I was actually soloing, I might be able to kind of plug in that lick when I want to. So let's say I'm going to aim to play this on the 4 chord. So over E minor, or over the E bit, I'm just going to play E blues, see what happens. And then when it goes to the A chord, I'm going to try and land that with and see if I hit it. So 1, or this will count in when I step on it. So. So by running it kind of through all of those chords, it leaves me in a really well-prepared situation to actually plug in these licks, rather than just having them be this kind of thing that's floating around in the air. I've rehearsed it over kind of each chord, and it makes it much, much easier to grab. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can start taking the vocabulary that you're learning and actually putting it into your playing. Because that's one of the most common things I hear from students is, Matt, I've learned all these licks, but when I go to improvise, my mind just goes blank. And by taking the lick and actually putting it in a real usable musical situation, it's really going to help you out in terms of getting it to actually come out in your playing, rather than just be something that you know in theory but can't access. So if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Really helps me out more than you could know. If you're looking to take a guitar lesson with me, there's a link to get in touch with me down in the description. I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. If you are looking for a different way to support me and what I'm up to here, you can subscribe to my Patreon down below. All of my patrons get early access to my videos, as well as access to all of the diagrams, extra tabs, and discounts on some of the stuff that I do. So it's a wonderful little community of guitar lovers, and I'd love to see you over there. If you're looking for a different way to support me and what I'm doing on the channel, you can check out either my ebooks or my video courses, which are linked down below as well. It's a great way to get some more in-depth educational content from me than I can go into in a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. And last but not least, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar, and I'll see you in the next video.